Hi, Matthew Stuckey here from Verity Baptist Church Manila and Verity Baptist Church Pampanga with a quick missionary update. And this past week was one of the best weeks we've had as a church for soul winning. Between our ministries, we had a total of 147 salvations. And we had a bit of an outside chance of, if not setting our record for a week, to be within the top couple. This is definitely one of our better results, and it's the best we've had in since definitely before the coronavirus started and everything like that. But on Sunday we only had I think 13 salvations if I remember correctly. The rain was coming down so hard, and so instead of going out when we normally did, we were singing hymns for a while. We waited till it was only raining a little bit, and then all the soul winners came back and just drenched with water. It's just pouring down the rain. It got worse and everything. But we were still able to get some salvations even when it was really raining hard. So the reason why we had so many salvations this week, we had a big soul winning marathon on Rizal Day. We had soul winning in 4 different locations. And, it was kind of a crazy day. I went with one of our church members on a soul winning adventure to, a family who's, there's an overseas Filipino worker who he donates to our ministry regularly. And we've been wanting to go down there. We've been wanting to go there to preach the gospel to his family and have a soul winning event. But with the coronavirus, it's kind of put everything on hold. But we had an opportunity, and we went and we talked to his family, and we counted some salvations there. We talked to a big group. We didn't count most of them. We only counted 4 of them. But many of them said, "Yeah, it's this makes sense. This is different than what I've heard." So that was exciting. It was nice. And then we came back for the second round of the soul winning that we had. Kind of near our church building I guess it was in Quezon City technically, so it wasn't super near our church building, but it was in the, I guess, relatively within the vicinity. And so we had a great result there. We had a lot of soul winners, and then we had soul winning in other locations as well. So all in all, we had more than 90 salvations on that day, which was a Wednesday. We moved our Wednesday service back to Thursday, and we had our church service and we had fellowship afterwards as it was New Year's Eve. And so things are going really well. Our attendance has been great. We were just talking yesterday with some of the men about how to restructure our chairs and move stuff around, because our attendance has been better, and it can be a little bit cramped for space. So we're probably going to be trying to move in the chairs a little bit, and that way we can open up some more room. And maybe in the future we'll make plans. We'll start looking for another building potentially, but we'll see. We're still good for now. It's a good building for us. We like the location, but it is good to have our attendance grown quite a bit. On a Thursday, I preached on Hosea chapter 4, the devastation of sin. Perhaps the best chapter, the most interesting in Hosea. It really lines itself up for a good sermon. Very interesting chapter, a lot of symbolism and stuff. On Sunday, we continue our series on Saturday in Pampanga and Sunday in Manila on fundamental family tips for wives. And so you can check that out. It will come up this week. And then on Romans 9a, as I talked about Paul's love for Israel. And I showed the examples with Jacob and Esau, and Moses and Pharaoh are really representing nations as opposed to just individuals. People take Romans 9 through 11, both Calvinists and Zionists, dispensationalists, and they just preach all kinds of crazy things. But if you look at it in context, which we did, then that's not really what it's representing. And so you can check out that sermon. We're just kind of going verse by verse through Romans. We took a bit of a break. We're back into it. So things are going really well for us. We got a new year. We're hoping things are going to be a little bit less crazy in 2021. But, I'm not really sure. Everything is obviously up in the air. And so overall, our church is doing well during this time period, especially given all the circumstances. And, just pray for us that things will be open. And the Philippines has been a super strict country with lockdowns. And so just pray for us if you're tuned into our ministry from overseas, that we will have freedom to preach the gospel. We're looking forward to having parks back open where there's a lot of people gathered, because it will really help our salvations quite a bit. And so, things have been great. I mean, as a church, between our churches, we had over 4,000 salvations. As a church, I believe. I'll get the exact number. I'm not remembering off the top of my head to give you a recount of how many salvations we had. I'll give you like a yearly update. But I mean, and we don't have any full time soul winners here. I mean, it's really just people volunteering their time and doing a great job. So just be in prayer for our church and our members that they'll be blessed with work and their finances, because things are very difficult here right now for a lot of people. And just continue to be in prayer for our church. And anyways, thank you and God bless.